In this particular video, we will look into some functions of bone as well as some description of blood. Now, talking of the functions of bone, bone is the main tissue that gives a structural framework to our body. It supports and protects softer tissues and organs. We can take example of ribs. Ribs provide protection to lungs as well as the heart. The third is that the limb bones, such as we can talk about the long bones of legs. Now these serve weight bearing functions. So whole weight of our body is coming on the long bones of legs, and that is how the support or weight bearing functions these provide. Next, we can say that bones interact with skeletal muscles. So skeletal muscles are attached to the bones, and that is how we are able to perform movement or locomotion. Then we can talk about the production of blood cells. Now blood cells, whether these are RBCs, WBCs or the platelets, these are produced in bone marrow, and bone marrow is present inside the bones. After this, talking about the blood, which is a type of vascular connective tissue. Now blood, it is a connective tissue, and if it is a connective tissue, it will have three parts. The first part is the matrix, the second part is the cells, and the third part is the fibers. Now blood is a special case in which fibers are absent, so that means blood will have just two parts of connective tissue, that is matrix and the cells. Now the matrix in the case of blood, it is fluid and it is known by the term plasma. Now talking about the cells, in the case of blood, we call cells as formed elements. Why we call it as formed elements? Because there are three types. First is the RBC, second is the WBC, and third is the platelets. Now RBCs and WBCs can be called as complete cells or corpuscles, but platelets are the small fragments. Now these are the fragments which are produced in bone marrow by megakaryocytes, so we cannot call these as cells. Now the term formed elements covers both the cells and the cell fragments, and that is why we call it formed elements. Lastly, we can say that blood is a type of connective tissue in which fibers are absent. The main function of blood is that it is the circulating fluid. It helps in the transport of various substances, and in this particular diagram, all the three types of formed elements are shown here, that is RBCs, WBCs and the platelets.